Peace, peace, peace. Just bear with me a second here. Alrighty. Peace to the so-called black gamer who is actually the biblical Israelite. It's me, brother Micah, here with another video, aka Decolonizer on these gaming platforms. Today I want to talk about how Crimson Desert exposes black gamers' biggest problem, right? So another game is releasing with white male gamers as their core audience, and black gamers are eating it up once again. The question is, why? Why are black gamers so easily swayed by graphics, so eager to be magicians, so easily bamboozled, and so willing to ignore the fact that this game is simply not for them? The answer is because they are completely colonized. A colonized mind is one suffering from Stockholm Syndrome, a psychological response where hostages and abuse victims develop positive feelings, loyalty, or a bond with their captors as a survival mechanism. Negroes have been in survival mode for hundreds of years now, generation to generation. And so this Stockholm syndrome has only gotten worse and worse. And now it's at its absolute worst. Though being abused repeatedly, our people continue to engage in media, habits, and mindsets that elevate our oppressor's power over us. We buy his games, we wear his suits, we want his Lambos, we envy his money, we want his fame, we work for his love, etc. All these reinforce loyalty to a nation that has never loved us and will never love us by constantly giving them positive space in our minds when we should be desiring freedom from them by any means necessary. Because we have this colonized mindset, our money goes right back into the pockets of our oppressor and enemies when we spend it. Negroes have $910 billion worth of spending power and yet represent 3 to 5% of developers, according to GDC. Worse yet, when we do produce a game, it still suffers from confused themes of Africanness when we are in fact Hebrew people. Because of a colonized mind, our money is tied up mostly in the games, schemes, fanfare, and music that do not ultimately benefit us. They provide momentary pleasure, but no foundation, no freedom, and no real meaning. Let's look at Miles Morales, for example. Excellent black hero on the surface, but his love interest, an oppressor, his mentor, an oppressor, and he is a version of his oppressor. Are there no original black heroes written with our real culture, power, and purpose in mind? There certainly are, many of them, but they are found in a place that our very oppressor has trained us not to look. I'll showcase this place in the fourth section of this article. With our mind and money controlled, our life is now forfeit. Instead of being able to live full, rich, royal lives that were meant to live as the owners of this planet, we now live in perpetual thirst. We are beggars thirsting to belong. We'll buy any game, make any friend, try any trick, read any book, hear any philosophy, date any person that helps us feel like we have an equal share in the system that has been abusing us since we were introduced to it. That, my brothers and sisters, is profoundly sad. In exchange for a quick dopamine fix, we live like our oppressor. We have the 9 to 5 job, we pay the bills, the taxes, we have the spouse, we build the American dream. Triple K in that American. We are happy with it, or so we say. And then we die, all the while having never tasted actual freedom. We are perfectly happy coping. And in fact, most don't know and don't have a desire to know what freedom actually looks like. Christmas, New Year's, St. Patrick's Day, Carnival, Labor Day, 4th of July, etc. are enough for them. Starfield, Skyrim, Cyberpunk 2077, Witcher 3, Final Fantasy are enough. We're good right where we are. This ninja in this video right now is insane, we say to ourselves, and we keep it moving. Only if that were the truth. Only if you were right. See, the so-called black gamer who is paternally descended from the transatlantic slave trade is the real Jew that the Bible speaks of. You can read about that in Deuteronomy 28:47-48, Joel chapter 3, and Tobit chapter 13. That's the world's biggest secret. His black God, who created the universe, commands him to refrain from envying his oppressor, and also commands him to abstain from imitating his oppressor. See Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Despite these instructions, game after game, our people keep gushing over characters, stories, and mechanics that were not built for us or our benefit. For example, Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2, and lately, this Crimson Desert. We salivate over being magicians when our God says magicians are to be killed. We fall in love with stories that paint our oppressor as a hero when our God says he's literally Satan and represents the multiplication of evil on earth. That's in Daniel 9:26, the book of First Maccabees, the first chapter, and Revelation, the 12th chapter, verse 1 to 10. And we get excited about graphics when our God says that he will use vanity to sift our nation. And you can read about that in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 28. I understand that most Negroes who read this, or who listen to this rather, are going to roll their eyes, drop an expletive, and be out. A small number, likely Christians, will check out this video and say, what you do in gaming doesn't matter to God. And a remnant, a small number, will actually understand what I'm saying and change their lives accordingly. Despite how you feel, though, the truth is that gaming, like everything else in the Negro's life, is a spiritual issue, right? And you can read about that in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 31. Spiritual issues, brothers and sisters, are mental issues. Hence why our God says in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Hence why Stockholm Syndrome still holds most of our nation hostage. Your mind state determines your decisions, and your decisions determine your reality. Finally, your reality determines your eternity. Throughout history, most of our people have decided to follow our oppressor. They did it in Egypt, in Assyria, in Babylon, and lately in the US empire. Each time the mental slavery has gotten worse. Each time our people lost more of our heritage and the battle for our souls, till we completely forgot who we are and have completely lost or are completely losing the battle for our souls in this time. This is the last time, brothers and sisters. Now that we know who we are, we know it is the last time. For this is supposed to happen before the children of Israel regain their kingdom by the war fought against the world by their true black Messiah, Yahweh Shai, who is ignorantly called Jesus Christ, the name of the image of the beast. This is the last time, brothers and sisters. This is the last battle. Will you win this time, or will you hand over another win to your oppressor again, hoping that he shares the prize? All praises to Yahweh with that, the true black God of the universe, to his son Yahweh Shai, the Prince. I'd like to end with this final scripture in John chapter 8 and verse 32. It says, if you keep my commandments, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Before you know and practice the truth, brothers and sisters, you are not free. You're just another cog in the wheel, right? Don't be in bondage. Don't be a raccoon, okay? Don't raise your standard. Be free.